All right, I want to start by giving all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rekak, Wadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles and great millstone. Salutations to the elect out there. All right, I want to go do a quick lesson going into prophecy about these earthquakes that happened across the world this year in 2024. But before I play the video or the videos, I'm going to start in Matthew 24 and 7. All right. Matthew 24. Salaki, I'm going to start up a little bit. And this is Yahweh Shai telling his disciples what's going to happen during the end times. It says, this is Matthew 24 and 4. It says, and Yahweh Shai answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am the anointed, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, which we're seeing that now. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. All right, verse 7, it says, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. Now let's go look at some of these earthquakes that happened this year. Let's start with the most recent one. It says 4.8 earthquake felt across New Jersey, New York. Let's watch this video.
Adam Klotz is in the Weather Center. I believe that he might be able to join us. Adam, are you there?
Hey guys, yeah, I am here. I also didn't feel it. I feel like I was missing out on that. We do have a couple of graphics when these sort of things do happen. This is the location just outside of New York City. It's part of the Ramapo fault system. It's the longest crack in the Earth's surface on the eastern side of the country. And when earthquakes do happen, as we know, it's very rare. But this is it has typically been the spot that they have happened. This one was at our current look. Oh, getting ahead of myself here. Let me go back for you guys. At our current look, this one is a 4.7 magnitude, and it was located just half a mile down, which is incredibly shallow as far as these things go, which is why so many people felt it. Like you, I didn't feel it here in the building, but I have friends who've been texting far out into Brooklyn who felt this. Some folks up in Princeton, New Jersey also felt it. So it's really shallow. It's part of a fault system that is really long. It doesn't move very often, but when it does happen, this is typically where these happen here across the Northeast. And I do think that shallow nature is the reason that we've seen so many people reporting and texting and calling so far this morning.
Adam, I wanted to ask you about that a little bit more. So we were just talking about the earthquake in Japan was much deeper at 21 miles.
Taiwan.
I said Japan, sorry, in Taiwan. Was 21 miles below. So this one you're saying is much more shallow, relatively speaking, and that's why people felt it?
Yeah, this one is incredibly shallow. The most of the ones we get are closer to what you see there in Taiwan. This was really shallow. It's not a huge number, but for this part of the country, this is a big number. And it is the shallowness. Obviously, the closer you are to the surface, it takes a smaller shake for us all to notice it. And this is, from what it appears, at least in these initial reports, was a very shallow earthquake.
Yeah, Adam, thank you so much. Get back to work there. We'll get back to you momentarily. On the phone, John Abel, a professor and research scientist at the Weston Observatory. Sir, thank you for jumping on the phone. It's early in this story. Should people expect more tremors to follow, or how often do you get a one and done, sir?
For an earthquake this large, I would expect there to be aftershocks that would be felt by people living within a few miles, perhaps a few tens of miles of the epicenter. If there are larger aftershocks, say magnitude 3 to 3.5, and under normal circumstances, 3.5 would be about the largest aftershock that we would expect to see, with the most frequent aftershocks occurring within the next, say, 24 or 48 hours, but progressively decaying number of aftershocks after that.
Okay, came in at 4.8, went to 4.7. Apparently, it's gone back to 4.8. Is that normal?
Well, what happens is the very first number that comes out is an automated one from the computers, and then you want human beings to check them. And then what happens is within minutes or maybe 10 minutes or so after the earthquake, then we can do more sophisticated analyses and actually get the best estimate of the magnitude. So that's why you'll see the magnitude fluctuate around over the first maybe 10, 20, 30 minutes. But by about 30 minutes after the earthquake, we have a good number.
Wondering about what Adam Kloss was just telling us about in terms of he said the relative shallowness of this earthquake. Can you speak to that?
Well, the earthquake, USGS has put it at 4.7 kilometers, which is about 2.8 miles or something down into the earth, and that's actually a pretty common focal depth for earthquakes here along the eastern seaboard. Somewhere between maybe the surface and 6 or 7 miles of depth is very common. So this is right in the middle of that, and the wide felt area is very common for earthquakes in
That's helpful information, John. Thank you so much.
Stand by, John. I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmer.
And you see, earthquakes are going to happen. Very common during the end times, all around the world in diverse places. Let's get another scripture. Let's see. All right, it's in Matthew also. In Mark also, and in Luke. It says, for nation, this is Yahushua again, for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be earthquakes in diverse places, and there shall be famines and troubles. These are the beginning of sorrows. All right, Luke 21:11, it says, and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilence, and fearful sights, and great signs shall there be from heaven. You see? Let's go get another video about another earthquake that happened in a different area. All right, that would happen in New Jersey, New York. Let's see. Here's another one in Taiwan. Let's see. Another earthquake happened in Taiwan.
Get online in minutes. Web.com's AI builder makes it easy. Simply tell us some info.
Emergency workers in Taiwan are looking for dozens of people who are still missing after the island was hit by its strongest earthquake of this century. At least 10 people were killed, and serious damage is reported all around Taiwan. Ian Lee is tracking the intense rescue effort.
Commuters were traveling to work when the 7.4 magnitude earthquake struck Taiwan Wednesday. Boulders came crashing down the mountain, hitting one car and nearly avoiding another. Rescue crews now search for survivors. Over 1,000 have been injured, while more than 100 are still missing, many among the island's mountains. Up a remote valley, a drone discovered these miners stuck on a cliff. Landslides wiped out all the roads. But the epicenter witnessed the most severe damage. CBS's partner, the BBC, is on the ground.
This building is one of them that partially collapsed during yesterday's quake. You can see us leaning over at a very precarious angle. They're worried that an aftershock could bring the whole building down, so they are reinforcing the base there to stabilize it while operations to go inside and search the building carry on.
The tremor struck as children started their school day. American Kevin Geiger's 8-year-old daughter was in class.
The teacher said, go under the table, go under the table.
So when the earth started shaking, did you know exactly what to do?
Because we had the orange, the hat in our desk, so we took it out and put it on your head.
I was really happy that she was, like she said, being calm and not freaking out, right?
Important not to freak out, right, Claire?
Yeah.
Claire is a brave little girl, and this morning Taiwan is still experiencing more aftershocks. Claire told me she's not scared because her school taught her what to do. Gail?
Yeah, lesson well learned. You go, Claire. Thank you, Ian.
Crews in Taiwan are searching for survivors from yesterday's massive earthquake.
That's right, emergency workers. This is the good news. They found dozens of survivors stranded in a tunnel. Unfortunately, though, there are more people still missing at this hour. 7.4 magnitude quake killed at least 10 people, injured more than 1,000. Officials say roughly 50 residential buildings there are damaged. CBS News foreign correspondent Ian Lee is following all of this for us from our London bureau. Ian, what more?
All right, I'm going to stop the video here. And as you can see, we're in the end times. You're going to see more end time signs. All right. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Rikakwadash. All right. Shalom.